So what we've got now, if we look at what we've got up here, we've got a Bootstrap CS and we've got a couple jQueries floating out up here. But in order, and what they did in his, it made a new CSS for it when you started this page up. The new version doesn't do it. I don't know why. So we're going to start by making a new, our own little cascading style sheet. Now remember that the key with a cascading style sheet, I'm going to take the word container class so I can make sure I spelled it right. The key with a cascading style sheet is the last thing that is what it does. So we're going to do File, New, and we're going to make a CSS. And we're going to create it. And we're going to call this, go after that. And I'm going to do, and the reason I just did that because it was easier for me, I'm going to go to container fluid. I believe, let me just check my home. Yeah, it's a div class. So I'm going to go into my, and I'm going to, so it's a .div class. And I'm going to add a little padding to my, my container. Now you have two ways of doing this. The moment if you add margin, it won't go side to side to the edge of the page. So let's start by adding a little bit of margin. And you'll see that it comes up and gives us all our options. We really don't need a margin on the top or the bottom. We need a margin on the left and the right. And I'm going to make it big because I want to make sure that this is going to work. So I'll start large and then go back and make it smaller. All right. How are you doing that? You should be giving me margin left. There we go. And 50. And margin right. $50. And I just want to make sure this is calling everything I want it to call. So I'm going to give the container a weird color for a second because that's what I do. And make sure everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, I put a wrong code in there. There we go. Background. And what shall we do today? Let's do, oh boy, what should we do? I need to put that, do that right. Lime. I think I got a lime green here. Oh yeah, lime green. Beautiful. All right, and I'm going to file save as, and I'm going to save this as Italy. I'm saving it inside my, make sure it's in the right one, Italy, yes, yes, yes. CSS, there's where I'm putting the CSS. I'll save that. Okay, now we've got a whole new thing, a little piece of code. I'm going to go to Home, and we're going to connect it. So we can do it very simply by going like this, copying this, making sure it's the second one, copy it. I just find this easier. And I'm going to change it to, there we go. So we've now attached it. So if the gods are kind, when we go to live, we should see some lime green. Let's just check it. Now, the beauty of this is you can see now we've got a couple. This one is, so if I go here, it will ask me if I want to save first. And I'm going to say yes. All right, I can see a little bit of that lime green on either side. It's interesting, it doesn't seem to be in the sections now, does it? So what's going on wrong there? So this is why you see me do this, is because then I can see what I've got. So we know that it's behind the picture, but these are floating separately. So let's see what we can do there.